Here's a wild thought experiment. What if the cure for your anxiety isn't in a prescription bottle or a therapist's office, but in the 3 seconds between your thoughts? I know. You've heard about meditation. Maybe you've even tried it. Sat there for 90 seconds, got bored, checked your phone, and decided it wasn't for you. But here's the thing that nobody tells you. You weren't doing it wrong. You just didn't know what the science actually says about how this works. And trust me, once you see the data, you can't unsee it. Let me paint you a picture. It's 2023, and researchers at the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health are sitting on a mountain of data. We're talking about 12,000 people, not some tiny study of 30 college students eating ramen. 12,000 human beings who've tried mindfulness meditation programs. And when they crunched the numbers, they found something that made even the skeptics pause. Mindfulness meditation reduced anxiety and depression just as effectively as cognitive behavioral therapy and antidepressant medication. Read that again, as effectively, not kind of helps, not makes you feel a little better. We're talking about comparable outcomes to the gold standard treatments that doctors prescribe every single day. Now, we are not here to tell you to throw away your therapy appointments or medication. We are here to tell you that you have more tools in your toolkit than you realize. And one of those tools, it's free, it's portable, and it's been hiding in plain sight for about 2,500 years. Here's what fascinates me about this research. We live in an age where we'll spend $200 on wellness supplements, $50 on meditation apps, and hundreds of hours scrolling through mental health tips on social media. But the practice that actually has a massive body of evidence behind it, the one that costs nothing, we dismiss it as too simple or not for people like me. I used to think the same thing. I'm a person who likes data, systems, and results. Sitting cross-legged and humming didn't fit my vibe. But then I actually looked at what mindfulness meditation is. Not the Instagram version with perfect lighting and expensive cushions, but the actual neuroscience. And it changed everything. So let's clear something up right now. Mindfulness meditation isn't about emptying your mind. It's not about reaching some mystical Zen state where you never feel stressed again. That's the Hollywood version, and it's setting people up to fail. Real mindfulness is embarrassingly simple. It's paying attention to the present moment without judgment. That's it. You're not trying to stop your thoughts. Good luck with that, by the way. You're just noticing them. Like you're watching clouds pass through the sky instead of being swept up in the storm. And here's the beautiful part. Your brain doesn't care if you're good at it, because here's what's actually happening on a neurological level. And this is where it gets cool. When you practice mindfulness, you're literally strengthening the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for emotional regulation and decision-making. At the same time, you're calming down the amygdala, your brain's alarm system that's constantly screaming about deadlines and awkward conversations from 2017. This isn't theory. This is measurable brain change. MRI studies show it. The NCCIH data confirms it. Your anxious brain can be rewired, one intentional breath at a time. Okay, enough with this science sermon. Let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through 3 mindfulness techniques, the same ones used in those 12,000-person studies. No incense required. Technique number 1, focused breathing, the 4-7-8 method. This is your gateway drug to mindfulness. Here's how it works. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Feel your belly expand, not your chest. We're going for that deep, diaphragmatic breath that your body forgot how to do somewhere between middle school and your first job. Hold that breath for 7 counts. This is where your nervous system starts to recalibrate. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 counts, like you're blowing out birthday candles in slow motion. Do this 4 times. That's it. What's happening here? You're activating your parasympathetic nervous system. Your body's built-in chill button, your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, your cortisol levels decrease. This isn't placebo, this is biology. The reason this works is because you can't breathe slowly and deeply while simultaneously being in fight or flight mode. Your body has to choose. And when you control the breath, you're casting the deciding vote. Technique number 2, the body scan, tension release protocol. This one's a game changer for people who carry stress in their bodies. And spoiler alert, that's all of us. Here's the setup. Find a comfortable position. Sitting, lying down, doesn't matter. Close your eyes if that feels right, or just soften your gaze. Start at the top of your head. Just notice it. No judgment. Is there tension in your forehead? Tightness in your jaw? Just observe. Then slowly move down. Neck, shoulders. Oh, the shoulders, where we store every work email we've ever regretted sending. Chest, arms, hands, keep going. Belly, hips, thighs, all the way down to your toes. The magic isn't in forcing anything to relax. The magic is in the noticing, because the moment you bring conscious awareness to a body part, something shifts. That clenched jaw you didn't even realize was clenched, it softens. Not because you forced it to, but because awareness creates change. This is what researchers call interoception, your ability to sense what's happening inside your body. And people with higher interoceptive awareness have lower rates of anxiety and depression. Why? Because you can't regulate what you can't feel. A full body scan takes about 10 minutes, but even a quick 2-minute version before a stressful meeting or a difficult conversation can completely change your physiological state. Technique number 3, guided imagery, your brain's virtual reality. This is the technique that converted the skeptics, because it feels less like meditation and more like daydreaming with purpose. Here's how it works. Close your eyes and imagine a place where you feel completely at peace. Maybe it's a beach, maybe it's a forest, maybe it's your grandmother's kitchen, wherever your nervous system feels safe. Now here's the key. Don't just picture it, experience it. What do you see? What colors? What sounds? Is there a breeze? What does it smell like? The more sensory details you add, the more real it becomes to your brain. And your brain? It can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Same neural pathways, same stress reduction. This is why athletes use visualization before competition. This is why surgeons rehearse procedures mentally. You're essentially hacking your nervous system by giving it a vacation it can take anytime, anywhere. Stuck in traffic, beach mode, waiting for a job interview, forest mode, your stress doesn't care if the calm is real or imagined. It responds either way. The NCCIH research specifically highlighted guided imagery as one of the most accessible entry points for people new to mindfulness, because it gives your busy mind something to do instead of just telling it to be present. Which, let's be honest, is terrible advice for beginners. Now, we know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but we don't have time. Or we've tried this before and our mind was too busy. Let me address both of those, because they're the two biggest myths holding people back. First, the time thing. The studies that showed these results, many of them involve just 10-20 minutes a day. Not an hour, not a weekend retreat. Less time than you spend choosing what to watch on Netflix. And here's the plot twist. You don't even need to be consistent at first. The research shows that even sporadic practice has measurable benefits. Obviously, regular practice compounds the effects. But don't let perfectionism keep you from starting. Second, the busy mind excuse. Friend, everyone has a busy mind. That's not a bug, that's being human. Mindfulness isn't about having no thoughts, it's about changing your relationship with your thoughts. You're not trying to stop the train of thought, you're just stepping off it and watching it go by. The people in those 12,000-person studies, they weren't monks. They were people with jobs, families, mortgages, and the same chaotic brains as you and me. And it still worked. Here's what we want you to remember. Your nervous system is not broken, it's not unfixable. It's just overstimulated and undertrained. Think about it. We live in a world that's engineered to hijack your attention, notifications, news cycles, social media dopamine hits. Your brain is running a marathon it never signed up for, and nobody taught it how to rest. Mindfulness meditation isn't some trendy wellness hack. It's a scientifically validated practice that gives you back control over your own mind. And when you have control over your mind, you have control over your emotional responses, your stress levels, and ultimately, your quality of life. The NCCIH didn't fund this research because it's fun. They funded it because it works. 12,000 people didn't reduce their anxiety and depression by accident. They did it by showing up, breathing intentionally, and rewiring their brains one practice at a time. You can too. If you want more science-backed strategies to level up your mental wellness, visit NVelUp.care. We're building a community of people who are done with surface-level solutions and ready for real transformation. Because here's the truth. Calm isn't a luxury. It's not something you wait for. It's a skill you build. And you just took the first step. Now take a deep breath. You've earned it.